For my story speech, I would like to share with you one of my favorite trips I've ever taken. It was actually back in high school, my senior year. We went to Washington, D.C. It was for the Social Science Club, which we had done lots and lots of fundraising for. We had bake sales, sold cookie dough, sold Valentine's Day grams, all sorts of different things, held different fundraisers. It was a lot of fun, even just the fundraising part. But anyways, we ended up going to Washington, D.C. for about 10 days. And when we arrived, we flew out of Fargo, North Dakota, and we all got to stay in a hotel the night before. And then we flew out really early, around 5 a.m., and we arrived in D.C. We took a bus, and we ended up going to Pennsylvania right away and going to a few different memorial sites and stuff like that down there. We went to Mount Vernon as well in West Virginia, and just a few things like that. But one of my favorite things and the most opening for me was seeing the Capitol and all of the statues and the Abraham Lincoln statue and the different state spots and just all of that stuff. We also got to sit in on a state meeting, and that was really cool to sit in on and just watch and see the senators and all that type of stuff. That was really cool to see. One of my favorite spots actually was this little old town, and I've looked for the name of it and I cannot find it, and they say it was haunted. And so we went there around 10 o'clock at night, and this lady took us on a tour and did all this stuff, and we ended up going to a witch trial there, which was really, really neat to see. It was a great reenactment of things that had happened in the past. The next day, we were still there in this little town that had all these different shops. It showed where they used to make wigs. It had a candy store. It had a jewelry store where they used to make jewelry. It had a barber and just all sorts of cool things. That was probably one of my favorite trips ever. We were there for 10 days. I was with all of my closest friends. We were all in Social Science Club, and it made me, that's the one place that I would want to go back to again on another trip is Washington, D.C. Yeah, it might have been a little bit rainy and not the best weather while we were there, but it was a lot of fun and really neat. We actually met up with another group from California while they were there, and it was neat to meet them and see their different style versus us being from North Dakota and their different actions, and they were freaking out because they couldn't find a Starbucks. And we were like, we're from Langdon, North Dakota. We don't even have a Starbucks. It was really interesting and an eye-opener, and it was probably my favorite vacation ever. And we came back, and I graduated from high school that week, and it was a lot of fun.